Hi, welcome to some more quick answers to difficult questions that are posed of Christianity. And of course, if you want more complete information, you go to my website and look at the audio and visual things that are listed there. I thought maybe this time we could deal with an issue about, can we test religions? Most people say these days, because we're living in a religiously pluralistic society, oh, no, you can't really test it. There's no truth to it anyway. What could you test? And so we're left with the idea that it's just kind of a mishmash of how you feel about things. It's all about your heart. And that's not true at all. You can test religions. And so I've got some notes with me, so usually I don't use notes for this, but I want to make sure I hit these things well, and even though it's going to be quick, but there's enough information, allow me to have a cheat sheet here. What's one way that we can test the truth of a religion or the falsity of a religion? How about factual evidence? Factual evidence. Really? Are there facts in religions? Yes, that we can look at. For example, how about manuscript evidence? Which religion has the best manuscript evidence going back the closest to the time of the founder and having the most manuscripts to look at? It's not Buddhism. That's way off. It's not Islam. It's Christianity. So you can test it in that way. How about archaeology? Can we use archaeology to look at religions? Yes. Let's consider Mormonism for a minute. Over and over again, people have tried to find these places that are mentioned in the Book of Mormon. They don't have a map section at the back because they can't find anything. So archaeologically, Christianity is on very solid ground. Mormonism is not. How about other sciences? Let's take astronomy. Hinduism says the universe has always been here. The Judeo-Christian view is that there was a start. What are scientists saying these days? There was a start to it. How about the history of religions themselves? That's still more factual ways that we can look at things. Jehovah's Witness. Let's just think about them for a minute. Jehovah's Witnesses. They have changed over and over again their key doctrines. And you can just take a look. Different dates, they came up with one idea and then they would change those ideas. So I think Christianity is on good grounds there. How about another factual way that we can compare religions? How about their founders? Let's look at their founders. I would put Jesus up against any other founder, and I think he's going to stand head and shoulders above them all. Again, let me just give you a couple of examples. I won't spend a lot of time on this. Mary Baker Eddy, she claimed her book was unique. It was not. It was plagiarized. She claimed to have a severe injury and a miraculous healing. That was proved to be false. Muhammad has some terrible things that happened in his life. Joseph Smith, involved in the occult. The start of Jehovah's Witnesses was a man named Charles Russell. He believed in pyramid power. He sold miracle wheat. He got on the stand one time in a court and proved to be a liar when it came to knowing Greek and other ancient languages. So how does Christianity do in the area of facts? It does wonderfully well. Let's look at a second area. Is it logically consistent? In other words, do you scratch your head and you say, but that doesn't make sense the way logic works, or does it work logically? Let me give you a couple of examples of this. Deism says God wound up the universe and then he left it. Well, if that's the case, how do we get revelation? There have to be some kind of way that God would send us that information. How is that possible if he just wound everything up and has left? What about naturalism? I'd call that a religion. It's trying to answer the big questions of life. Well, naturalism says we're just machines. We're just meat. Well, how is it through a random process of evolution, random, that we can trust our thinking processes? How about, let me pull out a couple more here. Eastern religions. Who or what is it that works out our karma? What controls that? If all is one, as the Eastern religions say, then why do we have individual souls that go through this reincarnation process? And if there is reincarnation, why don't we remember anything so that we get better in the next life? Let's move along. Third area that we can look at to compare religions is the world of ethics. Let me give you an example here. Let's talk about Eastern religions and Christianity. Eastern religions believe in karma. Now, what does that do to their ethics? They step over somebody who's lying on the street because that person is paying off karma. You don't want to interrupt that. That ruins your karma. And yet, what does Christianity do? It brings a Mother Teresa to the streets of India. and takes those sick, dying people and loves them and puts them in a hospital. I would say the ethics are a lot stronger for Christianity than something like that. And then the fourth area is, can you live this religion? Is it satisfying to your soul? And I would say Christianity wins out there. It gets rid of our guilt. We don't have to spend $1 million going to a psychiatrist. It gets rid of our sense of guilt. It develops a sense of awe when we consider the universe, that God made it. We look out and we see design everywhere that science is beginning to tell us. We can't live out these other religions because they put such a burden on us. Christianity says it was done for you. The other religions say, get busy. You got this list. You better get them done. Hurry up. And so I think it combines our head and it combines our heart. I think Christianity is a far better system. So can we test religions? Absolutely. It is a clear-cut way to distinguish between the false and the true. And I think Christianity wins out.